Yes, guys, welcome back to flatcapeurotalk here, and it is a Ivan Perisic scout report, a done deal. We're going to be doing plenty here. We're going to be doing a highlight reaction. We're going to be going over a bit of the stats and everything quite quickly. We went into them into some depth over at the Irish Hotspur. If you want, kind of a bit more detail on all the stuff stats related, feel free to check that video out as well. So 2 videos out there for you, everything Ivan Perisic related. But everybody, just want to confirm a 2-year deal has been agreed with Ivan Perisic on a free, as we well know on this channel. 33 years old. It is going to be a 2-year deal worth £6 million, which is around 100,000 a week, so I'm told. But just quickly, born in Split, Croatia, 33 years old, born in 1989, 6 feet 1 inches, very tall player, can play across the forward line, but can also play left wing back. Has been playing left wing back more recently, especially towards the end of his career. His youth career was at Hajduk Split over at in France. He played a few years for a team called Rochelle, and then he moved over to Club Brugge. From Club Brugge, he went to Wolfsburg to Inter Milan, and then we kind of know the rest of the story from there. Again, 2-year contract, £6 million. We got the Fabrizio Romano verification of the here we go. He's won plenty in his career, and he probably could finish off his career right now if he wanted to and be pretty satisfied with what he's earned. I think even David said over in the Irish Hotspur, not even just the ones that you see below, but a few other extra honors as well. And he might have even earned at least 10, kind of different trophies over his career, which I think is plenty serviceable. To be able to win double-digit trophies in your lifetime is something quite spectacular. But we are going to move on to kind of just the stats here kind of quickly. And he takes more shots than pretty much any fullback across Europe. This is comparing all of his stats to any fullback in Europe's top 5 leagues. So you do basically have to take into consideration that he's compared to like Alphonso Davies. He's being compared to people that aren't even in his own league, aren't even in the Serie A. He's being compared to Trent Alexander-Arnold. This is just the best of the best, and he still is, having some pretty sensational numbers when it comes to going forward, which is exactly what Spurs went for him in the first place. His key passes, always really good to see. Averaging around 2 key passes per game for any single type of player is always very impressive. I think that's what Sonny even averages. I think Sonny averages close to like 2 key passes a game. Passes into the penalty area, very high on crosses, nearly 5 a game, which is exactly what we're looking for. And despite him being right-footed, everybody, he can easily put in a cross with his left foot. Shot creating actions, he's really high there in terms of those creative numbers. And then carries into the penalty area. I think apart from Alphonso Davies, he is the best fullback in the world at carrying it into the penalty area. So a lot of really good stats to be pretty happy about when it comes to Ivan Perisic. But Dave, maybe something I would quickly maybe just want to get your thoughts about is that he is probably one of the most two-footed players in world football right now. Is that something that you're pretty happy about? Because when you're playing that left wing back, especially maybe him being a right-footed player, you do want him to be good with his left foot as well.
No, 100%. I mean, look, Jack, how many times have we seen Session having to cut back on his right foot because he's one-footed and they constantly show him back and he cannot cross the ball with his right foot whatsoever? With Perisic, being two-footed or being able to use both feet is equally as good, Jack. It keeps the defender guessing. It means you go on the outside, you can still get a decent ball in. He shows you back on your right foot, you can still get a decent ball in. And what happens then is it becomes a nightmare for the fullback he's up against. It keeps them constantly guessing. They don't know whether to go show him on the outside, show him on the inside. And basically, he'll end up just giving them a nightmare all game long. What he does is he constantly has that fullback thinking, puts doubts in the fullback's head because he doesn't. What can you do? It doesn't matter what foot you show him on, he can use it.
Yeah. And the other thing as well, Dave, is not only did you say he could take it down the left, put in a ball in, take it down the right, inside, put a ball in, he can also put in shots from both of those angles as well. So he can probably do a few step overs, which, and this isn't me imagining something. This is me seeing what Perisic has done before, does a few step overs, maybe a few shimmies, takes it down the left, has a nice shot on goal, with the left foot, sometimes leads to, a nice rebound for, the striker, or he could maybe cut inside, go for a curler, as well. Yeah. And like the fact that a wingback can do that for us is so dangerous because not only can he put in a good ball, that's what the defender has to usually worry about is putting in a good ball. Now the defender has to also worry about him putting in a really good shot on goal as well, which I think just is a whole different dimension to what we're used to actually when it comes to our wingbacks.
100%. And can I ask you a question, Jack? You've seen the positions Reguilon had himself in this season. Session had himself in this season. And like good goal scoring positions that they didn't really take the opportunities. Do you think Perisic can continue on the numbers from Serie A into the Premier League, knowing the positions Reguilon and Session are in and some of the chances they've missed this season?
Considering the chances Sessegnon has really found himself in, Dave, I know he would do a lot better in some of them. Reguilon, I mean, we just know, like, if Perisic was one-on-one with the keeper, there's probably no other fullback in world football that you would probably want in that situation. I mean, the guy, like we said, can finish it with his right. He can finish it with his left. He plays as practically a striker sometimes for Croatia. So he's even used to those sort of situations where he might be one-on-one with the keeper. He's not going to lose his composure or lose his cool or anything. But the one thing is that I don't think he's as pacey probably as someone like a Reguilon, so maybe that ball in behind that we've seen Reguilon be the receiver of so many times is because Reguilon is that pacey, and so that ball, can be found. But I would say, Dave, he'd be a whole lot more clinical when it comes to, the chances Reguilon finds himself in, the chances Sessegnon finds himself with when it comes to putting in a cross, putting in a pass. I just feel like Perisic, he knows what he's doing because he is more of like an attacker anyways, Dave. So he kind of has been practicing those situations inside or outside the penalty area his whole career, his whole life. He's been practicing those situations. Whereas someone like a Sessegnon, you can still tell he's a bit nervous in and around the penalty area, doesn't always make his mind up, too, quickly enough, doesn't seem too comfortable, doesn't seem too natural for him all the time when he's in the penalty area, where we know, Dave, with Perisic, he'll just be a natural in those areas. Like, he'll be very comfortable in and around the penalty area. But maybe, Dave, enough listening to us. Let's maybe break down the highlight reel of what Perisic can prove to us here.
Let's go. Saucy boy. It's already getting me excited.
Playing it through the middle here, Dave. Showing him the weight room there against Atalanta.
There you go.
Defending, right-footed cross. And it leads to a goal as well. Heel chop as well, originally. Deflected, I think, by Lautaro.
Guarantee you that fullback had a nightmare.
Oh, Dave, that's the 6'1" frame right there.
Yeah. Up like an animal. Oh, well
Getting
done.
stuck in. This is nice. We get to see his defending here.
I like that, Jack, the defending, because he will see a lot of that at Tottenham Hotspur where he's kind of left one-on-one against pacey players,
Here it is again. Good timing on that tackle. Oh, one-on-one with the keeper. Yeah, that is the composure right there. Nice finish.
Bentancur like that was.
That's too easy.
Just
That's crazy, though. When you actually think about it, even though he's a wingback, he might find himself in those situations, Dave, where, he wants to be that goal scorer still, despite being a fullback. He might risk his position just to be on the score sheet, which is exactly sometimes what you want to be seeing.
Yeah.
Getting stuck in again. This one I'm loving from this highlight reel, and everybody always in the description, as you do know. But they are shown his defensive attributes because we are buying a wingback at the end of the day. We're not buying, a striker or something here. We're buying a wingback, and it's good to see both. That's what I want to see, Dave. Also, another threat from set pieces. That'd be nice.
Good
Brozovic. Brozovic, such a baller. Brozovic is such a baller.
See there.
See you later.
That fullback is exactly doing what I was describing, trying to show him on one foot. He doesn't know what foot to show him on, and Perisic just twists him inside out there. Purely
look at these, Dave. Left foot, right foot. Look at all these balls, Dave. He cuts inside, hits it with his right. He cuts outside, hits it with his left. I mean, what do you do about that? I mean, you just can't do anything.
It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. Honestly, I can't wait to see this guy just
look at this. Takes it left right there. I mean, it's no problem, Dave. It's almost like he's just. It's just what flavor of the week it really is for him. Decide to go outside or inside.
I have to say, Jack, I do like his aerial ability in the box.
Yeah. I mean,
that's missing that at Tottenham.
Do you think that's because for Croatia, Dave, he has played as basically number 9 for them, in the past? So maybe that's where it kind of comes from. He's used to being, maybe that guy that needs to win a header, that guy that needs to be a threat from set pieces. Oh my God, that was
saucy boy.
That's just buries that.
Absolutely buries it. There you go. Fullback doesn't know what's happening. Look, he's just sitting them down, Jack. You can tell that guy's been twisted up all
game long. As well, Dave. It's starting to heat up here.
Oh,
Good
finish.
finish.
They're hard ones to
Left-footed.
do, from that angle. They're very hard to do. The composure.
Left-footed.
What's he like from the penalty spot? He buries it. Never in doubt. Look at that.
Wow, he's actually a monster from set pieces. He is a monster.
And Jack, do you know what, Tottenham? We do like to play some of them near post crosses from corner kicks at times.
He could be a monster for us.
Yeah.
Like someone that you wouldn't expect to be a threat.
There you
Good
go.
tackle.
God, that's good defensive ability. Look at that. And he's gone. Will I go left? Will I go right? I'll go by you. Beautiful pass. Wow, good defending. He's very good defensively, very good in the air. He'll definitely bring a lot.
He doesn't lunge in. He doesn't lunge in either.
What a ball.
Wow,
See, that's what I love, Jack. His ability to be able to play the balls from a deeper position as well. Son, Kulu, Kane, they will absolutely thrive off of that, Jack. They could just make runs in behind all day long. Look, he doesn't even need to get up and around the box. He can deliver it from deep. A bit like Kane and Kulusevski were doing towards the end of the season for Tottenham.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. Goodbye.
Oh, Dzeko. Oh. Dzeko, always vintage finishing right there. Oh, he's got to bury that.
The fact that he's two-footed really does help him out on the wing, Jack. Really
it makes him so deadly. I think that's probably the biggest element that I probably haven't heard people talk about enough, Dave. The two-footed nature of it. Because if you're going to have someone that's a right-footed fullback on the opposite side, you need them to be really two-footed, because then that's what makes them so dangerous, Dave. And probably that's what made Joao Cancelo so dangerous this season. Is it was a bit of a similar thing where he can go down either side and put in a good ball, which is what makes it really dangerous, having that inverted fullback, is because they can just pick whatever side they want to go down.
His delivery, Jack. I mean, it's
scrumptious.
I can't wait for it. Like, do you know what? This signing will be the difference in them Brighton and Brentford games, Burnley games, where we've had all the possession, we've had a lot of balls out wide and couldn't do anything with it. His end product is going to be absolutely crucial, and then that's where he'll change the season for us, in my opinion. Is them sort of games, corner kicks, his aerial ability, because his final delivery is spot on. He's two-footed. He can go left, he can go right. At times with Session, we were seeing him being forced coming on his right and could not deliver across whatsoever. And we weren't creating, chances in some of them games. But this guy, he will be key in them sort of games. Absolutely crucial.
Agree. I'll sit him down. He's pretty classy when he recovers in those areas too. Yeah, he's pretty classy.
Do you know what I love, Jack? What I keep seeing in this highlight reel is he'd bring the ball right up to the defender, wait for them almost to swipe at it, and then he just moves it. It's quality.
Those back post balls, Dave, that he plays are unbelievable. Those back post crosses, they are just scrumptious.
Oh, nuts.
Get stuck. Oh, and then a left-footed cross after that.
Ronaldo-esque, that was Ronaldo-esque. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There you are, everybody. I mean, that was just delicious. I mean, it's just exactly what we're looking for, Dave. I think probably the huge takeaway, maybe we just reiterate, is the fact that when you are getting a right-footed fullback on the opposite side, you do need them to be very good with their opposite foot, because then that just makes them more dangerous than a regular left-footed fullback on that side. It just makes them more dangerous, if you ask me. And I'm really looking forward to this, Dave. I'm actually very excited about what he can bring to Spurs, and especially if when Conte comes up against these teams, they're sitting very low block. Imagine having a Perisic out there to really break a team like that down. He'll be deadly.
Unbelievable. Look, summarize it quickly. You're getting end product. You're getting goals. You're getting assists. Harry Kane's son, Kulu, will absolutely thrive off them balls into the box. But, Jack, you're also getting defensive, solid. He's defensively solid, which is absolutely a huge plus for us. But, as well, he will definitely help us in terms of defending set pieces and scoring set pieces as well. Defensively, we have been absolutely all over the place from set pieces for the guts of about 2 years now. He will help in that aspect, but also we don't score many from set pieces. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah,
and you've seen the amount of times he's leaping up in the air, getting onto them headers, especially them ones getting across the near post. he can definitely add that to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm excited about this one.
Definitely can add that to Tottenham Hotspur. Well, there you are, everybody. Do let me know in the comments what you think of this signing. Pretty sure everybody's excited about it. Pretty sure there could be no complaints whatsoever. Hit that like button on your way out. As always, everybody, do hit that super thanks as well. If you do enjoy these sort of scout reports, feel free to do so. Check out the Irish Hotspur one. We did do kind of more of a stats sort of breakdown of the Ivan Perisic over on that channel. This was kind of more highlight reactions. So do check out both videos, everybody. But that'll be all for now. David and I, we will be seeing ya.